Hello friends, Spider Cat here. Today we are building this space junk robot by our friends at Wood Trick. It's a fun little build. It's fairly easy. I recommend it to anybody, and it's a toy, but it's also a neat way to sort of help you keep your workspace clean. As it happens, and some of you may have noticed, I already have one. It's got these big googly eyes and little buck teeth there, and it's got this hopper. You throw some light small trash, a crinkled up post-it note, or some of the little wooden bits and pieces that I end up with from these builds, toss it in the hopper here, and then press these two tabs at the back together, and it feeds itself. So it's kind of fun. It's fun to build. I recommend it to anybody. And once you have one, you have a neat little way to keep your workspace clean. It actually rolls too. There's a hidden on-off switch at the back, and a little wind-up dealie. Wind it up, and then press a little button. I didn't wind it up all the way. If you wind it up all the way, it'll roll 3 or 4 feet or so. So yeah, that's how that works. So this is what we're going to be building, and I'm starting a different approach to this whole project. The last couple of projects, I've been decreasing my frame rate to make what I thought would be helpful of more details showing up in my work. But what the practical result was, I ended up with really long videos, and they don't need to be that long. The idea of time-lapse is to be able to see slow processes go by fast. So I'm decreasing for this project my frame rate to 1 frame every 3 seconds. That'll make this project go by much, much quicker, and hopefully you'll be able to sort of see the product growing out of my hands. That was my idea, and so we're going back to that. So here's the thing. Let's go ahead and open it up and see what we've got here. And what we've got is a lot of sheets of this plywood, all cellophane together, and then there's an secret compartment with the instructions for building, and a little bit of paraffin wax for lubricating the parts. We use wax to lubricate these parts because oil will just soak into this wood and ruin it. Couple of little small rubber bands here, which I think I will keep in here so as not to lose it. And finally, there's this little bit of sandpaper for smoothing out the wood where we need to, and this is it's a mainspring like you see in some clocks. I think I'm going to go ahead and leave that in the bag too. So I think we're getting sort of sorted out here. I'll leave my extra parts there on the floor where they're out of my way, and put the instructions aside here. And now it's time to open up this cellophane and see what we got. I have to go through this every time, so you have to go through it too. You may have noticed I'm not being real shy about showing my face anymore. I got a haircut, so, And I shaved, so I'm looking a little better, I hope, in my opinion. I hope, in my opinion, that makes sense. Okay, so we've got, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sheets of this plywood. A thing that I like to do is to help keep track of my help keep track of this stuff is I have these little sticky, sort of small sticky notes here. So I'm going to put a 1 on this one, and 1, of course, goes on board number 1. Try writing that a little more clearly so that I can read it. And there we go. And set that down there. And here is number 2. So I'm going to write a 2 on that. And I'll tell you what, I'm not going to put you through all of this. So let me pause it here for a second. Okay, I've got my plywood sheets all nice and numbered with their little number tags on them. These little number tags last on these boards an average of about 1 second. So it's something that I use to help me distinguish between them without having to count through them all every time. It's not foolproof, but it works for me. So and I think now I'm ready to start actually doing some work here. So see you on the other side. Okay, now they've got me starting out here with the undercarriage and the clockworks. This is the mechanism that's going to drive the robot forward when you wind it up. You can see I'm messing around with it quite a little bit, and then you see it disappear right quick as I wind it into its little housing there. And so here is just decided to put my other camera up because I thought maybe you might see a little better here. Down at the bottom, there's the mainspring that I just wound up onto its little holder, and I'm now building the frame that's going to hold all the gearing that runs the wheels and whatnot. And there in the background, I just put my other one, my completed one, so you could sort of see the progression that I make as I continue on this project. Now my little framework for the undercarriage there is getting full of gears. This is going to operate the wheels, as I said. And just gave you a little real quick there comparison shot of the bottom of the thing. You can, if you look quick enough, you can see that it's sort of matching up with the bottom of my completed project. So I think there we go. Gave you a quick shot of the progress that I was making compared to the one that was finished there. You can pause it if you want. Take a longer look at that. But for now, I think I'm going to stop talking and let you listen to a little bit of music. I hope you enjoyed the music. Right now I'm working on the center and the head area. As you can see, I've got part of the dome of the head put up, and when you look at them together there, they're starting to, my new one's starting to look like its finished project. Of course, I got a ways to go yet. And this all is going to hold up the gears that run the arms and the head and everything. And there's part of the head that I'm working on. Well, the middle part and the head are pretty much the same thing, actually. So this is going along swimmingly. So here's some more music. And here, folks, is my little space junk robot. It actually eats junk. Let's see, I think I have yes, I actually have a piece of starter garbage in here to practice with. So he has this little hopper here in front, so you put your piece of garbage in there. And then behind him, he has these little tabs that you press together. And when you do, well, it gets caught on his little buck teeth, but when you do, he feeds himself this. God dang it. I can do this right. I know this is a danger if you don't do it right, but. Okay. Take 5. There we go. He eats the garbage and returns to normal if you do it right. He's got a cute little face here, these googly eyes, and his buck teeth that his bucket keeps getting caught on. And he's real cute. And this is simplicity itself. Look how it works. You press these two together, and you're actually pressing this bottom one up. You press it up, that drives this gear up, which drives this gear down, which drives that down, which is attached to another gear on the arm. So that goes up, that goes down, that goes up, that goes down, that goes up, and it eats the garbage. And does the same thing on the other side. It's really, it's just simple, and it works really well, and it's a fun little build, and I absolutely recommend it to anyone. And there's one more little take. Remember that that mainspring I installed earlier. We're going to do something with that here. Okay, here's where that mainspring comes in. This bit back here, that's a key, a wind-up key. This is a secret starter button, although it's not terribly secret. It says start on it in big letters. But I'm going to start winding this up. And this is kind of genius. I like the way this works. There, you can see it better this way. I'm going to start winding this up, and you can see already that little button is starting to come out. And the more I wind, the more it comes out. I only have to wind this up a few times. That's enough to show you what's going on. So I'm going to set him down here, and I'm going to press his little start button. That just rolled about 3 feet. It can roll, I think, about actually 5 feet if you wind it up a lot. But that's what it does. That's what the mainspring does. So he's a little space junk robot. He eats garbage and he rolls around. I enjoyed building him, and I think you will too. Thanks a lot. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.